Bitcoin is approaching 9,000 for the second time in the past month. And this is a very key level at 9,000, as many people think that as soon as we break this 9,000 level, we're going to go to 10,000, and 10,000 is the new bull market. So this is a very, very key point for a lot of people. So today I'm going to talk about what I think is going to happen in this situation, some key levels to look at, and how to trade it. Now, before I get into this video, make sure to like and subscribe if you would like to see more content like this. I try to get trading content out as fast as possible before the big moves happen so you can make as much profit as possible. I would also like to say that I am not a financial advisor, and I recommend you do your own research before entering in any positions. Now, we recently saw a very nice uptrend on Bitcoin as we were hitting new highs all the way up to 9,100. People were very optimistic at this point because they thought that whenever we broke this 9,000 level right here, they thought that this wick would be the new bull market all the way to 10,000. However, it did have a false breakout, and then we fell all the way below the wedge, and now we are coming to retest the wedge once again. So there are a few things that can happen in this situation. Now, aside from this wedge, we are in a very important channel, as you can see from here. Here is the long-term support that I would be bearish on if we broke below. So if we broke below this very, very long-term uptrend support that we got all the way from breaking 8,000, if we break this level right here, then I would be extremely bearish, and I would think that we're going to get some new lows below 3,000. However, if we do break this upper channel, then I think we're going into the new bull market, which is actually a level very, very close to 10,000, which a lot of people have been talking about. So what do I think about our current price and the fact that we are just right now going above $9,000? So the first thing I really want to mention is this false breakout right here. This false breakout formed this upper channel, which is a very, very key resistance point. However, I think this is going to be a very hard zone to break once again. As if we look at the 9,000 zone right here, you can see it's very close to this previous uptrend line. So in order for us to break this 9,000 level and this previous support that is now a resistance, I think we're going to need a lot of volume right here in order to break out of this very important level. Now, as I said before, if we do break out of this level, my target would be around a 10% profit all the way up to $10,000. And then we would be testing this upper, much larger resistance level, which in my opinion, we would break, as I think a lot of people would get very, very hyped about Bitcoin once again if we were to go above $10,000. So I think this current level is going to be a little bit hard to break out of. I would be very, very careful for false breakouts. For example, right now, if we maybe get to 9,100, I don't necessarily think you should buy it immediately. I think something that's a little bit safer would be around the $9,200 range, as then I think we would finally go all the way up to hopefully 10,000 and retest this upper resistance. So that's what I think is going to be happening on Bitcoin. Obviously, you always want to look at the other major coins as well. We are in a very, very sharp uptrend on Litecoin right now because of the halving that is happening very, very soon. Obviously, I think Litecoin and Ethereum are going to follow whatever Bitcoin does, although the halving is something that a lot of people are excited for, and it's clearly reflected in the price. I think it's going to highly depend on whatever happens to Bitcoin, because as always, Bitcoin is the market leader. And I would only trade Litecoin and Ethereum at this point if maybe you miss out on the Bitcoin breakout, because I think these are definitely going to be slower movers, as they might sell off a little bit as Bitcoin is initially breaking out and then break out a little bit later. So I would continue to watch Ethereum and Litecoin as well. However, a lot of the movement is going to happen on Bitcoin. Now, Ethereum as always is super, super messy compared to Bitcoin. And I've seen this a lot recently because of Bitcoin's very, very large trends. Ethereum's sort of been all over the place. So I think Ethereum could have a similar breakout as we do form a triple top. And then hopefully on Ethereum, we could see some higher highs on the long-term chart, hopefully testing all the way up to $360, which is a previous very, very heavy resistance point, as we've seen from this previous wedge back here. So that's my target on Ethereum. My target on Bitcoin, as I said before, is 10,000. If we do break 9,200 or 9,100, then I think we're going to go there. And then on Litecoin, because of the halving, it's going to be a little bit hard to tell. Maybe we could see a push all the way up to $180. I think Litecoin is certainly going to have a lot of volatility compared to the others because of its good news. However, it's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hopefully you now are prepared to trade this very, very volatile market that is about to come up as we are getting closer to the $9,000 range. Thank you guys so much for watching, and see you in the next one.